Good afternoon, Andersen astronauts. Guess where I am? I'm at school. Today, we're actually going to really do school. We are going to do school well. Estoy en la escuela y vamos a hacer todo en la escuela. Okay? We are going to take a walk in just a minute, and I'm going to show you your playground. I'm going to see if we can look at the cafeteria. I'm going to show you some of the hallways. Maybe we will walk by your teacher's classroom, your classroom. So first, we're going to do the conversation that we do in my classroom for grades 1 through 5. So you can pause the video and you can have this conversation right here with your sister, brother, or your mom, or your dad, or even your dog, okay? Good morning, nope, good afternoon, kids. Good morning, good afternoon, Mrs. Nelson. We're gonna start that over. Good afternoon, kids. Good afternoon, Mrs. Nelson. How are you today? I feel fabulous and grateful. What would you like to eat? I would like to eat a baked potato and some chicken. How do you like to lead? I am a leader when I... Hold on a sec. Remember these? I am a leader when I begin with the end in mind. In other words, I practice habit number 2 and I make a plan and think ahead of how I want to end my goal. How can you be proactive? I can be proactive by creating a plan each day and staying focused on a task. How was your weekend? Actually, it's Friday, so what will you do this weekend? This weekend, I will walk my dog, spend time with my daughter and my husband, go work out and do exercise in my garage, and I need to buy some toilet paper. Hope I can find some. Okay, we are running out. Okay. So I want to hear how you practice this conversation, and remember, you have to have 2 people. One person is purple, one person is blue. Here's another thing you can practice. You can explain this to your parents. Even some of our first graders know this now. We were just starting to do it with first grade, but second, third, fourth, and fifth grade should all know this very well. When we read with fluency. We think about all of the characteristics of good readers. For example, fluency is sounding out words. Fluency is thinking, understanding, imagining, or making a mind movie while you read. Fluency is reading with expression. And today, Bella and Gianna Miller read me a book on the phone. They were reading with expression. Fluency is paying attention to punctuation. So if you come to a period or a comma, your voice needs to rest or pause or stop. If you come to an exclamation mark, you need to get really, really excited. If you come to a quotation mark, what does that mean? Talk about it with your family. Fluency is reading smoothly. And of course, my favorite, and some of your favorites, I know, fluency is not reading like a robot. So if you would like to read to me, even a page in a chapter book, just have your parents text me and I will set up a time to call you and you can read to me. Let's go outside. Here we go, friends. Let's go see the playground first. As you can see, nobody's on the track at Andersen Junior High. There is your playground. Wish we could have kids on that playground soon. And look out there, there's a lake. You could go swimming for PE with Mr. Parker after you play in the Gaga pit. There's the preschool playground and the kindergarten playground. Boys and girls, another thing you could explain to your parents is, see if you can explain to them about the peace path and how we can solve a problem when we have a problem with a friend or someone is not being very kind. See if you can explain what we do here. Okay, next we're going to go inside the gate. You can see that everything's here for you when you come back. It's very quiet. We miss your voices in the halls. We don't miss you screaming in the bathrooms. So, there's Miss Meyer's room. Here comes Miss Morton's room. Mrs. Casillas' room. There she is. We did walk by Mrs. Miller's room, Estrella. Estrella, I miss you. This is Abby's classroom, Mrs. Cafaro. They've got superheroes. Here are Derek and Justin and Bella's classroom with Mrs. McLean. Make somebody smile today, boys and girls. Here is your computer lab. Just waiting for you to come back. Mrs. Evans has been doing some wonderful announcements. She misses you too. There is Miss Heredia's class. May the 4th be with you. Miss Heredia says hi. See if you boys and girls can read that. Some of you probably can. There are some adjectives about who we are. Here is Mrs. Marler's class. She's saying hi too. Here come the kindergartners. Here's Mrs. Crawford. And of course, Miss Padilla, who loves Hawaii. Aloha. Miss Padilla loves you guys. And here is Mrs. Wagner's room. Say hi to Mrs. Wagner. She loves ASU. And Miss Chandler. This is where our kindergartners line up, right here. And let's go to the cafeteria. While we're heading to the cafeteria, here is where you line up and where your parents pick you up at Pickup B. It's so lonely here. We're just waiting for you guys to come back. Here's a bulletin board as we go into the cafeteria. How will you inspire, love, learn, and lead with purpose today? You know we have our science path you can walk. There are all the planets. And here's your cafeteria. Here's the multi-purpose room, and there is the stage. And now we are at the first grade rooms. There were our first grade leaders of the month for Mrs. Polk, Mrs. Levine, Mrs. Dow, and Mrs. Couturier. Here is Mrs. Couturier's classroom. Some of you go to her for math. Here is Mrs. Dow's. And here is Mrs. Levine. I've been talking to Mrs. Levine about my friends, telling Mrs. Levine how hard you're working on your Lexia, and Mrs. Polk too. Okay, let's go back to Miss Nelson's room. So here we go, back to the classroom. There's the beanbags, friends. And say goodbye tonight. Sleep well tonight, friends. It's say goodbye from Mr. Monkey, who is not hiding, and Little Red Riding Hood, and Coffee, my dog. Good night. Just remember, boys and girls, we love you, and our school is here waiting for you.